Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Yogalibrium and welcome to day 8 of our Stepping into Light yoga challenge. Go ahead and lie down on your back. We're going to start in reclining pigeon for this one. Float your right leg up to the sky. Take the ankle across your left knee. Feel free to keep the left sole of your foot planting or interlace your fingers to your thigh or to that left shin and gently draw the leg up in towards you. Thinking about opening up that right knee, breathing into your hip, giving yourself these first few moments of class to fully arrive in your body and on your mat. Nice. Go ahead and release the left leg down. We're going to cross the right knee all the way over the left, coming into a twist. So reaching the right arm out beside you and gently breathing into your spine. Coming back up to center, we're going to extend the left leg all the way straight towards the floor and the right leg straight as you can up towards the ceiling. And again, interlacing your fingers behind the right thigh this time, gently pulling that leg in towards you. You could circle your ankle here in both directions, wiggle your toes. Bend that knee in. And go ahead and release the sole of the right foot down. We'll float the left leg up and switch sides, taking the ankle across the knee. Stay right here, or you can start to fold that right knee in, interlacing your fingers behind the right thigh or the shin, and give that leg a squeeze in towards you, allowing that left hip to open up. And full, even breaths to expand your lungs. Nice. Plant the right sole of the foot back down, crossing that left knee all the way over, and let the legs fall to the right as you extend your left arm out to your T. Back up into center. Go ahead and extend that right leg towards the floor as the left leg reaches for the sky. Circling that ankle, giving it a gentle squeeze in towards you. Good, bending both knees in towards you now. And let's come into happy baby pose. So you might just catch somewhere along your calf, towards your ankles. If you can, take the outside edges of the feet, rocking gently from side to side, adding that little bit of encouragement to send the knees towards the floor. And we'll squeeze the knees back into the chest, and we'll start to rock ourselves all the way up. You can roll a couple of times until you come all the way up, cross over your ankles, plant your hands down, make your way to your tabletop pose, stacking knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Sinking your chest down, open your heart. Exhale, press the floor away, rounding as much as you can, dropping your head. Inhale, come back through, sink the chest. This time tuck your toes, press your palms, and let's come all the way into our downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, on an inhale, we're going to roll forward and come back into our high plank. And then drop your knees down towards the floor, but keep them hovering. Send the tailbone high, press the palms, and come back to down dog. We'll do this a couple more times, rolling forward, sink the knees, stick the tailbone up, press the palms, back to down dog. So creating a wave here with the spine. Inhale to roll forward, Bend your knees, stick your tailbone up, open your heart, press the palms, and then settle into downward facing dog. And from here, let's step our feet nice and wide, externally rotate your legs, so taking the toes out. And we'll walk ourselves back into our yogi squat. If it's available, you can bring your hands to heart center. Otherwise, just keeping your hands along the floor, maybe rocking from side to side here if it feels okay in your body. Otherwise, being in center is fine, making sure you're engaging through that pelvic floor. Plant your hands down. Start to wiggle the feet to hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift halfway, and then exhale, come into a ragdoll fold, taking opposite elbows. Visualizing that you're pouring your weight down through the soles of your feet, rooting yourself here. Keep your thighs slightly engaged, the low belly pulling up and in, hollowing out, and your torso falling over your legs like a waterfall. And gently release your hands back down, and then wiggle your feet back out, externally rotate, sink the hips back into Malasana Yogi Squat. And finding some movement here if that feels good. Come back to center, pressing through your feet, pelvic floor activating, plant the hands back down, send the tailbone high, bring the feet back to hip width distance. This time, we're going to add a little bit of pull behind the legs. If you need to, bend your knees here. You can be generous with this bend, and then slowly start to straighten out just as much as is available for you. Your legs might not come all the way straight, it doesn't matter. Be wherever you need to be to feel the stretch, and stay right there. And then we'll inhale, lift it up, walk the hands all the way back out, return to downward facing dog. Float your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, draw it through, and we'll come into low lunge. Drop the left knee down, float your arms up and sink the pelvis. Rooting through your right foot, reaching with the fingertips towards the sky. Plant your hands down at the top of the mat, tuck the back toes, straighten that leg, and step the left foot up to meet the right. And we'll switch sides. As the left foot plants down, we step the right foot back. Drop that knee, untuck your toes. Float your arms, pelvis sinking down. Nice stretch here for the hips. Finding length through your spine, rooting through that left foot. Good, plant your hands back down, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and this time step your left foot back to your high plank. From high plank, bend your knee, send the tailbone high, and press it back into downward facing dog. Nice job. This time, float your left leg high, bend the knee, plant the foot down, drop the back leg, untuck the toes. Inhale, float your arms up, and this time we'll exhale, take a gentle twist. Take the right hand to the outside of that left knee and the left hand to your low back, gazing over the shoulder. Inhale, float the arms back up, cactus the elbows, imagining that the bottom tips of the scapula are coming forward, and then plant the hands. Extend the back leg and step forward. As the right foot lands, we send the left leg back, we switch sides. Beautiful. Inhale, taking your arms up. Find your twist here, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, float the arms. Exhale, cactus. Beautiful. Plant your hands back down, tuck the toes, extend the back leg, step right foot back to meet left. Bend your knees. Send the tailbone high, and come back into downward facing dog. Gazing forward to your hands, let's gently step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale and lift. Exhale, fold. Press your feet. Fly all the way up, reach the arms above your head, and exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. All right, so from here, we're going to balance. So keep the left foot planted, externally rotate your right leg, and then take the right ankle back across the knee, just like we did when we were lying down on the floor. You always have the option to take tree pose here, the sole of the foot to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Otherwise, ankle across your knee. Low belly pulling in, stay strong through your center, and start to bend the left knee. You can stay here or reach the arms up, stay here or exhale with control. Maybe you slowly start to bring the hands down towards the floor. If that feels okay, you might straighten out that back leg as much as you can. Dropping your head down. Nice. Bend back into the left knee, engaging through the belly. Stay strong here. Reach the arms all the way back up above your head. Slowly straighten that left leg. We're going to slide the right leg down and come into crisscross leg. So plant the right sole of the foot to the outside of the left. On an inhale, we lift up, and on an exhale, we start to fold it forward. Beautiful. Only coming so far as is available for you. You don't need to be anywhere except where you are now. From here, inhale, lengthen. Pour the weight through the right foot. Release the left leg around in front. Plant it down and release the right leg back to lunge. Root through the heel and lift up into warrior one. Nice job. Reaching the fingertips high. Stay grounded here through your feet. Start to straighten your left leg. Pivot the left toes in, pivot the right toes around. We come into side angle pose. Take the right elbow to the knee. Reach the left fingertips up and over. If you have more space, you can drop that right hand down towards a block or to the floor. Beautiful. From here, we're going to square ourselves around to the back of the mat. So framing the foot with the hands, come back onto the left toes. Wiggle the right foot over towards the left, shifting the weight forward and back, and then step that left foot and crisscross it behind the right leg. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen again. Keep the right foot planting. Step the left foot over top and the right foot back. Come back into crescent lunge. Float the arms. Root the right heel down, warrior one. And from here, straighten your left leg. We're going to come into Skandasana. The right knee is starting to bend, so externally rotate the legs. As you sink down, use your hands here on the floor for support if you need to. Pivot around to face the front of the mat. Right knee is bending. Reach the right arm around behind you as you twist here in a lunge, gazing over that shoulder. Take the right arm all the way back to the top of the mat. Plant your hands and step the right leg all the way back. Lifting it up. Draw the knee to the chest. We release the right knee down, left knee underneath the right, and come all the way down to the floor. But I want you to extend that left leg long. Coming into our half shoelace, the right knee stacked on the left. You might stay seated here. It could already be enough, but if you have a little bit more space, slowly starting to wiggle the fingertips forward along the mat as much as you can. We're really activating the left leg here, not just the hamstring, but also behind the knee and also the calf muscle. And the more you flex that front foot, the more you're going to feel it. Beautiful job. Inhale, come back up. Take the right ankle back over top of the left knee, and then take the left leg parallel to the top of the mat so that the right knee is on top of the left ankle. And don't think that your pose is supposed to look like my pose or anybody else's. You're simply coming forward to your own degree, finding a sensation that works for you, something you can breathe into. And inhale, slowly come all the way back up. Beautiful. From here, I want you to release your hands behind you about a foot and plant your fingertips to face your hips. Release the feet down to the floor. We're going to come into reverse tabletop, floating your hips up, maybe dropping your head back if it feels okay. Otherwise, keep the chin tucked towards the chest. And then sinking the hips back down. Keep pressing into your hands and see if you can pull the hips back as you straighten your legs. And release. Beautiful job. Roll over your knees and return to downward facing dog. And from here, we'll go ahead and step forward up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press your feet, fly all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands into heart center. Beautiful job. This time the left foot pivots open. Take the ankle over top of the knee or into tree pose. Stay there. Or we start to send the weight into the right heel as we bend the right knee down. Hands in heart center, maybe float the arms up, stay right here. Or exhale, gently see if you can take it forward, planting fingertips down, maybe start to straighten out the right leg and drop your head. And this might not be available yet, and that is fine. Just breathe where you are. Bending back into the right knee. Inhale, float the arms back up. And exhale, straighten the leg. Let the left foot slide to crisscross over top of the right. And after an inhale, you can slowly start to take it forward, folding over your crisscross legs. We're going to keep the left foot planting down. Keep your left foot planting into the mat. Inhale, start to lengthen yourself halfway. Take the right leg all the way around in front. Plant the right foot and release the left leg back. Root the heel and come into warrior one. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten your right leg. We'll pivot the right toes in. And we'll pivot the left toes around to face the back of the mat. Bend the left knee. Come into your side angle pose, taking the left elbow on the knee and the right arm to reach up and over. If you have a little bit more room, you can release the left hand down to the inside of that leg or to the outside. From here, we release to lunge towards the back of the mat. Frame the foot with the hands. Wiggle the left foot over to the right. Shift your weight forward and back, and then step the right foot again behind the left. Inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot stays planting. The right leg picks up. We reach it around, and we plant it in front of that left leg, sending the left leg back to lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up, root through the back heel. And we'll straighten the right leg. We'll find some external rotation of both legs from here and start to bend the left knee, coming into your Skandasana. Use your hands if you need to. Come back into a lunge facing the top of the mat, the right hand planting down, gazing over that left shoulder, maybe reaching the arm all the way around, reaching the fingertips away from you. And then we'll float the left arm back up. Plant both hands down, send the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, draw it in, and plant it down towards the mat. Take the right knee underneath the left. Go ahead and release all the way down to your sit bones, this time releasing the right leg around in front of you. We stack the left knee over top of the right, setting up our half shoelace pose. Root down, stay right here. Remember, you don't need to go any further. Maybe you can crawl the hands forward, setting this up in any way that suits you, really feeling the stretch behind that right leg, hamstrings, behind your knee, your calf, flexing that front foot. Inhaling, coming back up, we make our way into fire log pose. Take the left ankle across the knee, folding the right ankle underneath the left knee or any cross-legged position that works for you. Stay rooted here. You don't need to come any further, but if you've got the space, maybe you float your arms up and exhale, take it forward to your own degree. Inhale, slowly come back up. Again, we're going to take the hands behind us, fingertips pointing forward towards the hips. You can feel free to take reverse tabletop again, or maybe we're going to have straight legs this time. So pointing the toes down towards the mat, straighten out the elbows, float your hips up, be strong here. And then exhale, gently release it back down. Beautiful. Come into a forward fold just for a moment. And then inhaling to come up, we're going to lie down on our back again. Preparing to close out our practice. You can hug your knees into your chest. We'll come back into happy baby pose, so taking the outsides of your feet or wherever you catch. And where you are is perfect. Just gently breathe into your hips here. And then hugging the knees back in. Maybe giving a gentle circle here in both directions. Rolling on that sacrum. Folding your forehead to meet your knees. Deep breath in, and then on an exhale, extending out. Beautiful. Coming into your Savasana. Deep breath in to fill your lungs, and an exhale to let it go. And feeling yourself completely still. Relaxing everything that you can. And just absorbing your practice. And deepen your breath. Beginning to add a little bit of movement back in. Wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling through your wrists and through your ankles. We'll draw the legs together, float the arms above our head. Take a last long stretch and then roll over onto one side. And let's gently make our way all the way up into our comfortable seat. And whenever you arrive in your seat, feeling your sit bones root down, feeling yourself lengthening through the spine. And let's bring our hands together in front of the heart. Bow our chin towards our chest. Taking this moment to find stillness. And then going ahead, rubbing your palms together, generate some heat between your hands. Placing the palms over top of your closed eyes, deep breath in. And an exhale to let it go. And that's our practice for today, day 8, stepping into light. You are doing amazing. So happy that you're here sharing these practices with me. We have 2 days left. So I will see you on the mat tomorrow for day 9. Namaste.